What's up, everybody? This your boy Adogg, and before we start, please put prayers for Donald Trump in the comment section. We must protect President Trump at all times. And it brings me to this video right here. I mean, you talking about cringe. It's enough that Kamala Harris needed a babysitter to do an interview. She literally had to be babysitted. It don't make any sense at all. She had to bring Tim Walz on just for her to do an interview when they wanted her to do the one-on-one interview. But since she can't answer questions by herself, she needed Tim Walz. Obviously, she needed a babysitter. It just don't make any sense at all. Why do we need a president who is scared to do interviews, and then when she'll finally agree to one, she got to have somebody else with her? She can't do it by herself. You see JD Vance always talking by himself. You see Donald Trump always talking by himself. They ain't always together. But it seems like Kamala Harris needs help. And I know she's upset with CNN and Dana Bash after they released this clip right here. So we definitely finna go ahead and check this out. Like I said, I seen that Benny had posted about it, so we definitely finna check this video out. Make sure you please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, y'all, let's dive straight into this. You finna hear a boatload of lies. This woman is a flip-flop. Only thing she doing is copying all of Donald Trump's policies, the no tax on tips. All of a sudden, she wanna build a wall on the border. When she been in office 3.5 years, ain't done nothing. Ain't done nothing. This woman is a liar, and she's going to continue to lie to try to lie her way back in office. That's exactly what she's trying to do, but we ain't going to let that happen. We're going to get President Trump back in the White House. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, y'all. Let's go.
Senator Harris, thank you so much for sitting down and welcoming us. If you win, your administration is going to inherit a really dire situation.
The color purple, a child's marker, it's so purple. That hasn't always been the case. 10 years ago, these markers weren't so purple, but now they're purple. Now they're really, really purple, and it's alarming to me, and it's also enchanting to me to see the deep blue sea inside, this.
I want to ask about Russia. The Department of Homeland Security said that Russia is trying to amplify claims that mail-in voting will lead to widespread.
Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
That's about how she sounds, too.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. The history of sports is filled with boom and bust athletes who have a bunch of hype around them, and they get out into the big game, the big dance, the big lights, and they choke. And everybody says, wow, that sucked because they weren't ready for the big time. They weren't ready. They might have been good in their own little district, in their own little league, but when they hit the big time, when they hit the big game, they can't compete. They're not ready. They aren't built for this prime time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kamala Harris. Now, Kamala Harris has been choking. Quite frankly, this is how she built her career to this point. She is ready to run for president of the United States. Just listen to the poetic words of Kamala Harris spoken just minutes ago.
We've been called for termination of the United States Supreme, the supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution.
The supreme land of our nation, the United States Constitution, even called for the elimination of the Supremes.
Just pitiful.
The Supremes. Don't you love their music? I was a member of the Supremes. I'm Kamala. I've done it all. Yeah, not great. But this is also why they are panicking. I'm telling you,
wow.
They're panicking.
They're panicking.
Keeping her off camera because they know the more they show Kamala Harris, the more people hate her.
Yep.
Quick crash course reminder that Kamala Harris is the most hated vice president in American history. Kamala Harris has a lower approval rating than Dick Cheney until she got the complete and total glow-up, sugar-high, diabetes type 2 injection from the corporate press to say that she's now queen and slay. And Kamala Harris is doing her first interview tonight, and they've just started releasing the clips of it. CNN has. By the way, the person, Dana Bash, who's doing the interview, married to a guy who signed the Hunter Biden laptop letter. Just, you'd think that'd be maybe a conflict of interest. Nobody knows. But this is going to be the softest of softballs yet. This interview, which was supposed to last an entire hour, only lasted 15 minutes.
Wow.
18 minutes total, with the interviewer yammering and the human blocking dummy, Coach Tim Walz. What's being cut out? Asks Trump campaign officials. This is now popping that the interview is, well, not that great. Now, this is a, let's just say, very charitable angle. The interview itself looks like a parent-teacher conference here.
Hey, dude, what kind of interview is that?
Why are there so many coffee cups? Kind of the first takeaway. Like, is there some reason that there are so many coffee cups in the shot? Is that like a diner or something? It's
what
so
it look
dark.
like.
What's happening? The visuals are just awful. Dana bashed a conference with Principal Walz and Vice Principal Harris about the importance of doing homework and not causing disruptions in the cafeteria. People from inside the Trump administration saying that the CNN sources saying it's already over. Short. She got jammed up. Maybe it'll make the final cut. So Kamala Harris not ready for prime time. Donald Trump Jr. Wait a second. The first interview with Kamala and Walz is only 18 minutes long, and CNN isn't releasing the whole thing. That's right. They're not releasing the transcript. They won't release the transcript. It did not go well. Truncated for 18 minutes. Will not release the transcript. CNN will air a shortened version tonight. To fill time, CNN will run an inspirational video about Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
That's crazy.
Pretty bad. This is like, again, the look here is atrocious. Kamala waited 40 days to give an interview, refused to do it live, needed her lapdog, emotional support animal, and now it's only 18 minutes long. She couldn't even do 18 minutes. Is this a joke? Kamala isn't ready.
18 minutes.
You got to tell us. Every decision in her campaign is screaming it from the rooftops. Kamala ain't ready. Okay, so this is the highlight clip that they released, which is remarkable. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. The highlight of the night.
Speaking, how should voters look at some of the changes that you've made, that you've explained some of here in your policy? Is it because you have more experience now and you've learned more about the information? Is it because you were running for president in a Democratic primary? And should they feel comfortable and confident that what you're saying now is going to be your policy moving forward?
Dana, I think the most important and most significant aspect of my policy perspective and decisions is my values have not changed.
What that mean?
You mentioned the Green New Deal. I have always believed, and I have worked on it, that the climate crisis is real, that it is an urgent matter to which we should apply metrics that include holding ourselves to deadlines around time. We did that with the Inflation Reduction Act. We have set goals for the United States of America and by extension the globe around when we should meet certain standards for reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, as an example. That value has not changed.
What is she talking about? Her values hasn't changed.
That don't make any sense.
You know how easy this is to like do an add-on?
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
You know, we have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke.
What's so funny?
And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke.
The people who are convicted in prison, like the Boston Marathon bomber, on death row, people who are convicted of sexual assault, they should be able to vote?
I think we should have that conversation.
What would you do about the millions of, specifically, assault weapons that are already in circulation? What do you do about those?
Well, there are approximately 5 million, to your point, Craig. We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program. It is outdated, it is wrong-headed thinking to think that the only way you're going to get communities to be safe is to put more police officers on the street.
It also says, quote, every individual who is a resident of the United States is entitled to...
I mean, just saying this just make you cringe. This woman is a straight liar. She wants to defund the police. We heard about what she said about banning fracking. We heard about all of that. All of a sudden now, since she's been caught and Donald Trump said he's going to stop a lot of the things she's trying to do, now she's trying to copy what Donald Trump said and trying to implement that into her campaign. It just don't make any sense at all. She cannot do an interview. Think about this. If she can only do an interview that's 18 minutes, how in the world are you gonna sit on the debate stage with Donald Trump for about an hour and a half? This is gonna be very, very interesting. And then she got mad because ABC rejected her rejected her demands on she wanted to sit down, she wanted mics unmuted, she wanted to bring notes. So every time they ask her a question, she wanted to be able to say, hold up, let me look on my notes and let me see how to give you that answer. Just don't make any sense at all. Don't make any sense at all. Woman wanted to bring notes. She wanted to sit down. You know why? Just like everybody else been saying, she wanted that fake black woman moment. Oh, shut up, Donald. I'm talking. That's the moment she wanted, was the reason why she wanted them mics unmuted. So she'll be able to scream that out when Donald Trump is talking. That's exactly what she wants, but they rejected all of this. Surprisingly, that is ABC News that did that. But this right here, I can tell. Now, they taking stuff out of the interview. What is they deleting out? What is they hiding from the American people? Why is it only going to be 15 minutes instead of 18 minutes? What is CNN taking out? Because I know that Kamala Harris said something stupid, something dumb, so they're going to try to cover for her and delete out things and probably try to keep in certain stuff to try to make her look good. We ain't stupid at all, but we're going to find out when that debate comes. But this is just terrible.
Benefits for healthcare services under this act. Not every individual who's a citizen, but every individual who's a resident. So you support giving universal healthcare, Medicare for all, to people born in this country illegally?
Let me just be very clear about this. I am opposed to any policy that would deny in our country any human being from access to public safety, public education, or public health, period.
To reiterate, you support the Medicare for All bill, I think initially co-sponsored by Senator Bernie Sanders. You're also a co-sponsor on it. I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance. So for people out there who like their insurance, well, they don't get to keep it.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Wow.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
She said, let's eliminate all of that. Private insurance that people got, and she said, let's eliminate all of that. And then she going back on her word, well, I'm not going to do that. I changed my mind on that because she see people are not buying it. So now she's trying to flip-flop to try to gain votes back. Because, you know, Donald Trump is going to fix all of that crap. He's going to stop the crap that she's trying to do. Now she's trying to flip-flop and steal everything from Donald Trump and implement it into her campaign. We all know this woman is a fake. That's why she didn't want to go on Fox News, because Fox News is going to ask her. They're going to ask her the question. They ain't going to ask her no softball questions like Dana Bash is going to do. I guarantee you this interview, when the full thing come out, you're going to see Dana Bash going to ask her some softball questions. And watch what I tell you. But this is just terrible, man. Defunding the police, people that essay somebody man.
I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance.
Listen to
So
her.
for people out there who like their insurance, well, they don't get to keep it.
Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we? And yeah, I am radical.
Is my values have not changed.
Okay, Kamala Harris is now like for the border wall. You know this, right? Like she's now changed every single one of those positions. There's not a single position there that she says she's in favor of when she's actually trying to run for president as a Democrat. And now she's been installed as a fake, illegitimate candidate, and she knows that they are in a desperate panic mode to try and like whitewash everything that Kamala Harris actually stands for. My values have not changed? Yeah, okay, got it. If her values haven't changed, then how could she possibly hold the brand new positions that contradict those alleged values every single day, says Tim Murtaugh, one of the campaign advisors for President Trump. CNN editors deleting clips of Kamala fails from the interview.
That's what they doing.
Did they film this in the breakout room? It looks absolutely awful. Not presidential. It doesn't look good.
They don't.
Kamala Harris, my values have not changed, seems to be the takeaway line. Kamala Harris also has some commentary about the border.
Greenhouse gas emissions, as an example. That value has not changed. My value around what we need to do to secure our border, that value has not changed. I spent 2 terms as the Attorney General of California prosecuting transnational criminal organizations, violations of American laws regarding the illegal passage of guns, drugs, and human beings across our border. My values have not changed.
Not ready, man.
That woman is not ready to
Got
be
feeling
president,
when the essay
man.
is due in 10 minutes, but you haven't hit the word count yet. People saying, she says nothing.
Anyone
Yes,
in
I
mind?
would. No one in particular in mind. We got 68 days to go with this election, so I'm not putting the cart before the horse. But I would. I think it's really important. I have spent my career inviting diversity of opinion. I think it's important to have people at the table when some of the most important decisions are being made that have different views, different experiences. And I think it would be to the benefit of the American public to have a member of my cabinet who was a Republican.
That answer, will you have a Republican member? Maybe a former Republican, she says, and then a complete word salad. This is what we're going to get. This is why they have kept her away from the cameras and away from talking and away from questions, because she topples like a house of cards.
Yep.
Just even the slightest pushback. We haven't even seen the full interview yet. They won't even release the transcript. It's only 18 minutes long.
Won't even release the transcripts. I'm telling you, they are hiding something. I just cannot wait. September 10th can't get here any faster. I cannot wait for September 10th. This woman is going to crumble. Ain't that funny that at the last minute, a week before then, she wants to try to change the rules. It's already in her favor. It's already on ABC. It's already over there with George Slopinopoulos them at. So you already in favor to try to win, just like Joe Biden thought he was going to win when he went to CNN. Now, she done went to ABC and tried to change the rules, and it didn't work.
Whole thing's insanity. President Trump previewing the interview today. Dana Bash interviewing Kamala Harris. Want to see if she can get through the interview. Nobody knows what's going on. Here we go.
She's interviewing Kamala, and people just want to see if she can get through the interview. Nobody knows what's going on. I've done so many interviews in the last couple of months. Every time I go out, I have an interview. I have people, reporters, and we talk to them. And they ask me every question in the book, and we answer them. And you don't see any scandals brewing, nothing. We answer them properly. You have to, as president, you have to be able to deal. You're dealing with the toughest, smartest, most ruthless people in the world. If you can't do an interview, we got the wrong person.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious who has the IQ to be president.
Yep.
If you have a high IQ, please subscribe to our channel.
Salute to Benny, man. Salute to Benny. Another great video. I love. Glad he put the clips and stuff together. But as you can see, this woman is not ready to be president. You ask her a question, she just give you food salad. Ain't number food salad, word salad, whatever you want to call it. It got salad in it. And she just throwing a whole bunch of stuff in there that just don't make sense. She is not ready. We must elect President Trump back in office, because I'm telling you right now, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, a man, the old tampon Tim that want to put tampons in boys' bathrooms. We don't need nobody like that running our country. We don't need a man who let his city of Minneapolis just burn to the ground and didn't do anything about it. A man who's lying about military, didn't go to Afghanistan, didn't go to Iraq, just left, dropped out. We don't need nobody like that. Stolen valor Tim. So like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.